Mr. Speaker, I'm so disappointed with this speech because in his speech, he never talked about corruption. And this has been the tendency of the other side. In their rallies, in their meetings, they don't talk about corruption because they are beneficiaries of corruption. We expected the president to tell us one way of ensuring that this country has money is to fight corruption. Because we are told this country is losing 2 billion shillings a day. In a year, it's about 700 billion shillings a year. This is enough money to inject into the economy and improve this economy. So we are wondering how the president is going to implement all these promises he's giving us without fighting corruption, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Khalwale, what
because
is out of order?
Fight against corruption is key
and also
is a cancer in this country.
The standing order that you are standing on.
Mr. Speaker, the honourable member...
Which is standing order?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I look at standing order number 98. And number 98, Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, does not ask any senator to state any standing order, but to explain. So, Mr. Speaker, be that as it may, Mr. Speaker, this is important. We are all united here to fight corruption for a better Kenya. So when a member of this Senate alleges that we are corrupt, and he knows that the 2 billion shillings he's saying that was getting lost every day was at the office of the president of the handshake government, the same handshake government, Mr. Speaker, the same handshake government that stole the money for Corona, and the money was received by relatives and friends of one of the partners of Handshake, Mr. Speaker, you must find that under 98,
Senator
he's grossly out of order.
Olekina, let him finish his point of order, then you can execute yours. Senator Olekina.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, this is a house of record. And it's a bit ludicrous for a seasoned politician and a legislator to start here and mislead this house. Standing Order 98.1 is very explicit, and it says clearly that 98.1, any senator may raise on a point of order at any time during the speech of another senator, stating that the senator raises a point of order and the senator shall be required to indicate the standing order upon which the point of order is based. So, Mr. Speaker, when the majority whip mislead this house that there is no such standing order, and we leave that on record, Mr. Speaker, we'll be setting a very bad precedent. So, Mr. Speaker, I would like to request the majority whip, sorry, I keep calling you minority, majority whip, to withdraw his statement and apologize, because these standing orders are here to guide us. They're not just here for the sake of it. It is pure English. And this is a man who speaks English better than people in Butere or Naro. So please, just read it clearly and then correct it. Withdraw. 98.1.
Senator Khalwale, can you maybe
I
confirm that what Senator Ledama has just said is true
Mr.
and
Speaker,
correct? 98.1.
Mr. Speaker, I am lucky that I was one of the people who crafted these standing orders. And, Mr. Speaker, the intention of standing order number 98.1 does not require that when you stand, you must say standing order number 105. Wait, why don't you listen? You have already acknowledged that I know how to speak English. It says, at the pleasure of this plenary, you can be challenged when you are looking to be irrelevant. But if a member of parliament rises on a point of order and clearly the issue is articulating, is referring to a point of order which is somewhere, you cannot expect every member to be remembering every point of order when they stand up, however brilliant you are. But you must remain within the standing orders.
Senator Khalwale, with due respect, you know that is why we have the rules of the House. Every member is supposed to acquaint himself or herself with the rules of the House, so that you can be under.
Yes.
So you cannot dismiss a standing order which has been okayed by this House. You know, these standing orders are products of this House.
True, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker,
And
I
therefore,
stand guided,
yes.
but my reading of this standing order so that the country understands me and my colleagues here.
Maybe the member who does not know the standing order can consult
Yes.
the veterans
Mr.
and know
Speaker.
which standing order you'll issue.
Yes.
Because
Mr.
that
Speaker,
way we shall
I
be
stand
orderly
guided.
in the House, will be orderly, and will be transacting business.
Mr. Speaker, I stand guided, but my reading of this standing order is that this is a warning to any member that do not stand on a frivolous point of order. But it does not, in this one, say at what point thou shalt be expected to state. That's my departure. And because my brother went to the US where black people speak very broken English, probably this is why he's not seeing.
Honestly, let us use parliamentary language, you know, kindly. What is out of order, Senator Veronica? Just a minute. Senator Veronica, go ahead.
I raise point of order. Order.
Senator Gloria, you're out of order, Senator Gloria. Members are raising on a point of orders. If you have one, I'll give you an opportunity as well. Okay,
Mr. Speaker,
Senator
sir,
Veronica.
if I have the floor, I rise under Standing Order 105 to respond to Senator Otsotsi in respect of his reference to the loss of 2 billion shillings per day. Mr. Speaker, Standing Order number 105 indicates that a senator shall be responsible for the accuracy of any fact that the senator alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any such facts instantly. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to bring it to your attention that the statement that has been thrown to the floor of this House has no relevance absolutely to the current speech of the President and must be withdrawn. And I want to invite you, Mr. Speaker, sir, that under Standing Order 105(2), if a senator has sufficient reason to convince the Speaker that the senator is unable to substantiate the allegations instantly, the Speaker shall require that such senator substantiates the allegations not later than the next sitting day, failure to which the senator shall be deemed to be disorderly within the meaning of Standing Order 121, unless the senator withdraws the allegations and gives a suitable apology if the Speaker so requires. I want to invite you, Mr. Speaker, to request the Honourable Senator to withdraw that statement as unbecoming, not relevant, not part of the speech that is before the House, and to give a suitable apology under that standing order.
Senator Olsosi, Senator Veronica has actually, I want to commend you, Senator Veronica, for really very accurate understanding order that you raise upon, because many colleagues here are not able to quote the standing orders under which they are raising. So, Honorable Senator Otsotsi, there is the statement you made about the 2 billion, which Let me get the fact right, Senator Veronica. Who is supposed to substantiate this matter? Because I'm told assistance that is Senator Mboni Khalwale, who talked about the 2 billion. Yes. So the answer is capturing Senator Mboni Khalwale, not the Senator Osotsi.
Mr.
Yes.
Speaker, sir, just to remind you, and you can confirm, that statement has been given by Senator Osotsi. This is a house of integrity. He's the first one to refer to it. Mr. Speaker, sir, do I have your
then we are not sure, we'll consult the answer.
No, Mr. Speaker, sir,
Minutes.
I will just remind you, he is the one who has given that statement on the floor of the House. That's a heavy statement, Mr. Speaker, sir. It is not an issue that can be tossed around. He has even referred to some people as thieves. It is not a statement that should be taken lightly. He's not even denying.
Senator
Mr. Speaker, sir,
before we consult the answer, confirm or deny that you are not the one who made the
can
allegation.
he now withdraw?
No, Senator Osotsi, can you, before we consult the answer, and you know, because I'll ask the clerks to Senator Osotsi, can you kindly confirm or deny that you did not make such allegations? And then the consequences, you know, will follow you. No, I'm Senator Osotsi. You either confirm or deny that you did not make such allegations before we consult the answer.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, if the answer is produced, I can remember what I said. I said we have been told. We have been told. And then my good friend Khalwale came in and gave specific information. So I think I have nothing to substantiate. I have nothing to substantiate.
You know, Senator Osotsi, you know the consequences.
Yeah. And then, Mr. Speaker, which one? Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to draw your attention to Standing Order number 105-2 that states, if a senator has sufficient reason to convince the Speaker that the senator is unable to substantiate the allegations instantly, the Speaker shall require that such senator substantiates the allegation not later than the next sitting day, failure to which the senator shall be deemed to be disorderly, within the meaning of Standing Order number 121, unless the senator withdraws the allegations and gives a suitable apology, if the Speaker requires so. So, Mr. Speaker, I am requiring that we produce the answer.
So I want to make a very
no.
I want to make a very quick ruling that I will consult the answer, and tomorrow afternoon we will be able to give direction on what should happen. Yes. Let's.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know, I think this is just a strategy to
that matter is already ruled. I've already ruled on that matter.
But nevertheless, I will continue.
Who was on the floor?
I was on the floor.
Yeah, finish. Kindly finish up. Very fast.
Mr. Speaker, I require your protection. I require your protection.
On the matter of consulting the answer, I think I've made the right ruling.
Yeah. Let me proceed then.
But what?
Senator
Senator made what I made the ruling that you should just press the intervention key and please keep quiet, please. Please. Yes. No. You press and wait for your time for intervention.
Mr. Speaker, I need your protection from members on this other side.
I told you to proceed, Senator Sosi. What is the problem?
From your shouting. Mr. Speaker, just to wind up my contribution, we had a lot of expectation when we went to listen to the president. But some of us left there very disappointed. Because one of the expectations I had as a senator representing the people of Vihiga was for the president to tell the House a lot more about the bottom-up economic model that they were telling us during the campaign. How are we going to legislate about it? How are we going to put finances in it? The president did not tell us anything about it.
Senator Medu Nyandarwa, what is out of order again?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Standing order number? Which number?
We are trying to do what we are supposed to do. And I want to quote Standing Order 122 E, that a senator shall be out of order if he deliberately gives false information to the Senate. Senator Godfrey Osotsi, a respectable senator from Vihiga, has given false information because he says that in the address of the president, he has not. I'm not speaking about what you have spoken. The speaker ruled on the 2 billion. Speaker Godfrey Osotsi, in his submission, alleges that the president never mentioned anything about corruption. And if you look at the 19 of the address of the president,
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
I'm on a point of order, Speaker.
It's a frivolous point of order.
If you look at the address of the president, number 19, it is in this period that I will be seeking additional resources to support the bottom-up scaling of justice and empower the judiciary to acquire capacity and develop infrastructure needed to more efficiently adjudicate and expeditiously conclude corruption cases. So, in my
Sifuna,
opinion,
give him time
Speaker,
to execute his standing.
the senator for Vihiga is completely out of order to mislead the House that the president in his address did not address on issues on corruption. Thank you very much, Speaker.